Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Today is Friday, and I usually try to tape early. Well, not early, but kind of later. But because I am trying to get my videos out um, a lot more faster for you guys. So listen, today is Freaky Friday, and it's time for us to have a conversation. And I can't wait to get started. This is for everybody today. And basically, it's about your very, very first time. How many of you can go back that far? Remember that song? It's your very first time. Now, how many of you can actually really go back that far? Or some of you might not be able to go back farther than others. Have to go back that far rather because y'all younger. But let me tell you, it's story time today. Y'all, my very, very first time was terrible. And he didn't know what he was doing, and I did not know what I was doing. I was so much smaller compared to the way I am right now. I had little boobies, you know what I'm saying? Little breasts, little hips, and a little. But I was small, honey. And he was a freshman. I was in eighth grade, and everybody sat around all that year talking about, oh, Roxy, you would get a bigger boobs and a bigger butt and a bigger this if you would only have sex. I'm like, are you serious? That's how dumb we are, right? I'm like, are you serious? I would get bigger everything. If at that age, you want to be, you want to be, blossoming and full of everything. And that was me. I was so ready to be ready. And I was like, okay. So I go with uh I knew a lot of guys, young and older, but I was more of a tomboy type woman. I wasn't that woman that, that young lady that go out there and just have sex with everybody. That wasn't me. I didn't want to be that way. I was more into the fighting and the uh football and all that stuff. I was more into that. So my best friend, had a brother, and he was so fine. She had about 5 or 6 brothers actually, but he was the youngest, and he knew me and I knew him. It was his first time and it was my first time. But I had this funny little shape. And you know how y'all remember how you used to have that little shape, right? And that little gap in between your legs. So we are sneaking downstairs in this basement, like dummies, sneaking downstairs in this basement, and we trying to be quick. And I want to just try to do something cause everybody else say they done did something. So I'm gonna try it out. I go downstairs and we're in the basement and we doing our little kissy. It ain't even a passionate kiss. It's like mwah, mwah, mwah. And I got my arm around his neck and I'm nervous and shaking. He nervous and shaking. We're terrified. I'm like literally terrified. So he pulls his pants down and I'm pulling my pants down and we right there. And he don't know, I don't know. So my legs are like this. They got that little gap in the middle. So I'm thinking and he thinking you just stick your penis, right? In the little gap. And that's doing it. That's what I thought was doing it. And I'm like, this ain't nothing. Everybody's talking about how this hurt. This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. I was like, this ain't nothing. I ain't. So we hurry up and get our little 5 minutes worth of fame, and we come on out of there. I go back to my best friend, and I tell her, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. She say, you did it? She said, how did it feel? I'm like, it ain't nothing. She say, Roxy, you lying. I say, no, it ain't nothing. I don't know what you had or something. She was like, well, maybe he real small. I was like, I don't know. She was like, was you? I said, I was so terrified. She said, did it hurt? I say, hurt? It didn't do nothing to me. She say, you didn't bleed? I say, bleed? Who be bleeding? She was like, on your first time, it's like, the saying was, they pop your cherry, right? This for us old folks. They say they pop your cherry, and that's that. I'm like, no. She said that you really didn't have sex. I said, yes, I did. You wasn't there. You don't know. Yes, I did. It was my first time, and it was, she said, did you cry? I'm like, why you keep saying something about crying? So, my first time was, it was just that. It was so, actually, I found out that wasn't my very first time. So then I got ready again, y'all. 16 years old now. I'm like, okay. And my cousin, she's older than me. You remember this Dolores Swanigan? Yes, she takes me. And I tell her, and I'm so in love with this guy. He not really in love with him, but like him. I didn't know what love was, but I liked him a lot, And I was like, okay, I'm so excited. Y'all, she takes me, and my mom said we all can go to the Museum of Science and Industry. That's in Chicago. So we get ready, we get dressed, honey. I'm smelling good, I'm looking pretty, I'm ready, I'm excited. And my cousin say, well, this is what we gonna do. We gonna meet up on the other side of the Y. You sit here until you see us coming. You got me? Don't go home, because if you go home, I'm going to get in trouble, and then you going to get in trouble. So don't go home. I'm like, okay. So her and her friends walk me over here. Walk me over there. So I get over there. Y'all, he come to the door. He fully dressed with his little jogging pants on, his little sweatshirt, and his little socks and everything. And I come on in. He tell me how pretty I am. I was like, thank you, my mama tell me that every day. He's like, you so silly. I was like, yeah. So he was like, I've been outside playing ball. And I'm looking around like, okay. So he was like, this is what we're going to do. He said, go on in my room. I'm going to cut the music on. And you just sit there. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't want no sitting there with nothing on my teeth. But anyway, he said, you go in there and you cut you on some music. At that time, y'all, Purple Rain was banging with Purple Rain. I'm like, Purple Rain. And I'm in there and I'm dancing, doing a little dance and everything, right? Y'all, I used to be in love with Polo. Y'all remember the green Polo in the green bottle with the gold top? I used to think that was the bomb. I love that damn cologne for men. Y'all, he go in there, he takes a shower, he got the whole works. He got the body gel, he got everything. So he go in there and he go take his little shower, and I can smell him. I'm like, oh my God, he smells so good. So he come walking through the door, and he ain't real. He like taller than me. He like 21, and he's taller than me, and he dark skinned, and he was all wet, and he had this towel on him, right? Y'all, and he put on his little cologne and his little deodorant, and he brushed his waves down. And I was looking at him like, now I'm sitting down and I'm not dancing anymore. I'm just bobbing my head, but I'm watching him. And he is looking fly. I was like, oh, look at him. And I'm looking like, okay. And he really kissed me. He kissed me. I was shivering like, ugh. I'm shaking. And he's like, you all right? I'm like, uh-huh. He was like, you act like you ain't never kissed before. I said, my thought of kissing was different than this. He using a tongue, and he moving it all around, and he sucking on my lips, and I'm like, he really, I ain't never did this before. I'm like, okay, this is good. So then all of a sudden, he ready, and he caressing me and rubbing on me, telling me how good my skin feel and how soft how I smell, and he been watching me for a long time. So me not knowing no better, I'ma crack a joke like, you a child molester if you been watching me for that long. He say, girl, shut up. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna be serious so I can act like I'm grown. So he kissed me again, and now he all on my neck. I ain't had that. He all in my ear. Now just imagine, I'm only 16. I only thought I did it, and his kisses wasn't nothing like them kisses. Honey, he took that towel off, and he stood in front of me, and I had never, ever seen nothing that big in my life. I'm talking about like this big. You can barely see my hand on. I'm like, oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. You won't be putting that in me. That go inside of me. He was like, yeah, you said you had sex before. I say, I thought I did, but y'all, his phone rang. When he went to go answer that phone, I took off. Out that door I went. I was like, oh my God. I was so outdone. I was like, you will not put that in me. I was like, mm-mm. So about that time, I met up with my cousins back in front of the Y. And I'm like, okay. She said, did you do it? I said, his penis was about this big. She was like, okay, and did you do it? I was like, no, but he had the best kisses in the world. She was like, oh, Roxy, again? I could not do it. I could not do it. I was terrified. I mean, I didn't know what to do. It's going to be a part two to this. Now, remember, today is your very first time. No matter how good or how bad it was, I want you to tell me about it. Part two come tomorrow. This is Mama Roxy, and I'm here for your wallets, your purses, and your pocketbooks, your heart and your minds. And this is story time. Freaky Friday. This is part one. Part two comes tomorrow. So, love y'all. Matter of fact, part two comes Friday. I love y'all, and I will see y'all Friday. Now remember, keep all things down below. If you like it, thumbs up. If you're waiting for my very first time to find out the outcome and did I really get it done, you know I did. So you want to find out how it happened, when it happened. So hit me back up. Love y'all. This is Mama Roxy coming at you. Have a beautiful and blessed weekend. See you next Friday. Y'all know on Thursdays we have hauls and girl talk and all that. So I will see y'all. Y'all ready for my very first time? I want to know what y'all first time was like. Leave it in the comments down below. Let's talk about it. Love y'all. Ciao.